Yo!
Yes, sir. Yes,
Jets
sir.
Nation. Welcome back to Jets Media. My apologies for delaying this stream back-to-back days. There's a lot going on by me, so I had to delay it, but we're here, right? Like the Knicks, we here. We're going to talk about the New York Jets. We got OTAs. We're going to go through some pictures of our beautiful New York Jets on the field representing us at One Jets Drive. We're going to take callers today. We're going to let you guys come in and ask Jack, Ali, and myself any questions regarding the New York Jets, whether it's about how beautiful Robert Saleh's bald head looks in One Jets Drive or the big frame of Corey Davis and Denzel Mims both rocking the goatee because they're in sync already. There's a lot of great things to talk about, but at the same time, there's not, because this is the unfortunate time, the dead area of Jets football and NFL in general, where the only thing we can really hold on to is photos and footage of practice, not training camp, like OTAs. So there's not really too much to get into in this stream, but we're definitely going to make it entertaining. We're going to talk about everything related to the Jets today. We're going to take a bunch of your questions. So without further ado, Jack, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing very well. I had a wonderful day, and I've been looking forward to this all day. So let's get it.
Ali, how about you, brother? How you doing rocking that Lakers jersey? We know you're getting ready for your big game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good, man. I'm doing better. I know I missed last stream because unfortunate circumstances in the family. A lot of people, a lot of followers and a lot of listeners know that my grandma did pass away, and my grandpa, my uncle, and aunt are also in the hospital still on ventilators. So just I can't believe how much support I got through Instagram, Twitter, and all this stuff, and I really, really appreciate that. My mom appreciates that. My entire family appreciate all the support. And the one thing, if you can take away from today's stream, is just just go up to your you don't know when your loved ones are going to go. It could be tomorrow, it could be a week from now, it could be 2-3 years. You never know when they're going to be gone. So just hug them every day, say I love you every day. That's all you can do. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to come back on the stream, man. This is my distraction from everything. And let's just talk some Jets, but I appreciate the support, guys. I really, really do.
Yeah, Lee, we're really happy to have you back on the stream. We missed you last week, and of course, all the love goes to you and your family. We know you're going through a rough time. We thought the virus was getting back to normal, but at the same time, it's still impacting a lot of families, including yours. And you're in our prayers. And everybody in the chat, make sure you send your well wishes to Ali and his family, because they are definitely going through some tough times. But I know Ali very well, and he's got a strong heart, and he's going to get through this. And we're all going to get through it together. Jets Nation is strong. And I'm happy you got a lot of love from all Jets Nation in your comments and your DMs, because that shows you that we're all a tight-knit community and we care about each other as people. Even though we can butt heads when it comes to, the Jets, we want this player, that player. At the end of the day, we're all humans and we're all trying to, survive on this earth. So at the end of the day, we have to realize what the greater purpose is, and that's, being happy, enjoying life, and loving your loved ones and appreciating everybody that's here together. So with that being said, let's get right into the Jets talk. We appreciate you being on here, Ali, of course. So
Yes, sir.
First thing I want to do is show some photos, some of OTAs, because why not? We got some cool photos. Here's Corey Davis. Where's my mouse? I'm whack. Hold on 1 second. So this is Corey Davis. I think this is the first look we got of him being our number one receiver, rocking that number 84, baby. You love to see it. CJ Mosley. And hey, Ali,
CJ Mosley.
We got my mother in the stream. Sorry for your loss, Ali. Sending much love and healing energy to you and your family. Thanks, Mom.
I appreciate that, Miss Malura.
She's always tuning in. Even she's never really in the chat, but I know she had to respond to that little heartfelt moment. So appreciate you being in here, Mama.
Hopefully I see her soon.
Yeah, you will. You will, man. CJ Mosley. Some LaMarcus Joyner. Jared Davis and Rob Saleh. And an ad. And there's our guy, Denzel Mims. Look at that, rocking the goatee. You'd love to see that. And look at these two, the future of the Jets receiving group. This man and these two, man. Look at that. So before we get into like your guys' conversations in the chat, we wanted to just look at these photos because it's cool. There we got Zach Wilson. How about that, man? Seeing our franchise quarterback out there representing the Jets. He loves being a Jet, man. You can tell from all of his Instagram posts. He's excited for the guys. He's supporting his new weapons. He loves the facility. Everything about Zach Wilson, you can tell that he's enjoying every second of his life right now. And there's a guy named Chris Herndon. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but hopefully he can do something. I think all Jets fans can agree. We're hoping that he turns into something besides a scrub. And here's Jamie and Sherwood. This is a guy that I might have to get his jersey because I live on Sherwood Drive. That's the only reason why I would get his jersey. So if he becomes a dog, I'm repping that 44 Sherwood, baby. Let's go. We need you to be a dog, Sherwood. I want to get your jersey. And who's next? Michael Carter, the running back, number 32, the future running back. There he is, getting a hand on that. I think that's Zach Wilson right behind him. And Jared Davis, linebacker. First look at Jared Davis ripping that 52. Hopefully he can be like David Harris. Am I right? And the man of the hour, Rob Saleh. Round of applause for the man.
For the coach that's already changing the culture before a game has even been played.
Facts, man. Is there anything else?
When are they going to start coming out with One Jets Drive? Because that's going to be so dope.
They're coming out with actually, it's like a mini documentary. It's like they're not doing One Jets Drive. They put more into it. It's like a 4-series documentary of the whole offseason, and it looks sick. You didn't see the trailer of it, Jack?
No, I did not.
Maybe I can find that.
Pretty good.
It looks so sick. Maybe I can actually play that right now. Here, yeah, right here. Trailer, Flight to 2021, an off season with the New York Jets. All right, we're gonna play this. Hopefully you guys can hear it. So it's called Flight 21, 2021.
So middle of the week, we still have some clouds around, still dealing with some of the colder than normal temperatures out there.
I just feel like that's a good direction for this.
You guys hear it?
To go in.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of picking a
Reconfiguring of this roster now continues. Now it comes down to making the right picks.
This is about to make me want to headbutt my monitor.
Pressure every day you walk into the building. Just curious what's going to happen with the Jets.
Hey, Coach, Joe Douglas.
What's up, Joe? This is a great hire for the Jets. This year's NFL draft starts at number 2. The Jets are the 2. What do you think the Jets should do?
He has a cannon. He's accurate.
The New York Jets select. What do you think is going on in Joe Douglas's mind right now?
Wow, they're being interviewed? It's pretty cool.
Okay, you ready?
Woody.
Yeah, man, that's a little teaser of the Flight 2021.
That looks like it's a freaking HBO special that they're coming out with. Looks insane.
I know.
Their
Their
music is always on point. Their music
That looks like an ESPN or NFL Films production, you know?
100%. They do such a great job, man.
They do. And the social media team has stepped up and kind of come into the new age a little bit.
Yeah.
And they realize that the team has been garbage for mad long, I feel like. And they just like understand that, and it's kind of like a meme.
For sure.
But this current roster that we have right now with Robert Saleh.
Look at Jeff Ulbrich. Zachy Wilson. To Chris Herndon. Hey.
Dude, we haven't made the playoffs in a decade. I feel insane that the Knicks are in the playoffs. Like when we make the playoffs, like I don't know, like what else I'll be thinking about in my life. Like, I think all of my thoughts besides like eating, breathing, you know, my whole brain is going to be occupied by.
That's what my whole brain has been occupied for the past couple of weeks with this Knicks playoff. I mean, not the playoff run yet, but getting into the playoffs, and then on top of the Jets draft and seeing these dogs on the field together. It's my whole life has been this stuff. Look at these guys, though. They're on the field together finally. Let's see it. Oh, we got some just video after video. I'm down. So here's some footage of the Jets, you know, in whatever you want to call it. Rookie. I think this is rookie minicamp. When is the next roundtable? The roundtable's actually today in 45 minutes, lucky you, on Dan Mitchell's channel. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Richie, you going to game 1 versus the Hawks? Louis, bro, I wish. I tried to get tickets, and I'm not fully vaccinated yet. I only had my first shot, so I wasn't able to get the vaccinated section. And the unvaccinated tickets went so fast. So won't be going there, man. I'm very upset. I'm going to start crying. I'm going to this is the Sam Darnold era. We can't play these videos. I just saw Sam Darnold throw a football. Sorry, Sam.
Yeah, it's done. It's over.
It's done, man. Sorry, Sam. All right, so we're gonna get right into talking about the New York Jets because why not? Let's start off with your overall thoughts of heading into OTAs. Which position groups are you guys most excited about? We know that we have an extremely young offensive core in place. I think that's what everybody's most excited about with the Jets. We got an extremely young, talented young offense. And it's crazy because we got to really make sure we have to preach patience with this offense. We cannot expect this offense to be blowing up in year 1. I predict that this offense is going to make drastically improvements this season. And then next year is when we're going to take over and have a top 10 offense. That's right. I think next season is when the Jets will have a top 10 offense in the NFL. I think this year will definitely be better. I mean, we have to be better because we were literally last. So, Jack, what's your overall expectations for this offense in 2021 and beyond? Because we know that all the young pieces we have in place, whether it's the rookie quarterback, rookie left guard, rookie receiver, rookie running back, second-year left tackle, second-year receiver. So give your thoughts on where you think this offense is going to be headed this year and in the near future.
My expectations for this offense, although they're, it's comprised of a bunch of young players now, are very high. I feel like you have to go in feeling that way because it's a new year and, you just had a full draft and a full free agency. And I think that you got to go in expecting with high expectations, especially because of the players we just brought in, like, snagging the best guard in the draft. We got our guy at quarterback. We got Elijah Moore, fell to the second round, who could have been a first round pick. We got Michael Carter in the 4th round somehow. So with that caliber talent entering the building, albeit they're all rookies, I understand that, but I still have very high expectations for them. Not through the moon expectations. I don't expect, anybody to, emerge as the best player in the league at their position. At least not yet. I think Elijah Vera Tucker could definitely cement himself as a top 2 or 3 guard in the league in the short years to come. But my expectations are very high for the offense. I feel like I love our receiving core that we've assembled now. I have confidence in Michael Carter to be the go-to running back, and then we have Tevin Coleman and either Ty Johnson or P. Ryan to step in and play that 3rd and 4th spot in the running back room. But I just feel much more comfortable with our offensive line and our receiving core and our running backs. And I feel like the only really area now where I still am questioning things a little bit is the tight end, just because I think we all have high expectations for Kenny Yeboah, but he did go undrafted, and it's got to be for some sort of reason, I guess, right? I mean, I don't know, but I think that Kenny Yeboah is going to find definitely a role in this offense. I just hope that he can step up and be electrifying. And then we still got Chris Herndon, who's like the biggest question mark maybe in the entire National Football League. I mean, we don't know like what the hell this guy's going to be doing on the field this year. So I feel like tight end I'm still a little shaky on, because besides those two names, other than coming in for like a blocking scheme as a blocker, I don't really have confidence in Wesco or Ryan Griffin or Croft to really be effective in the passing game. So I feel like between Yeboah and Chris Herndon, hopefully one of them emerges as a stud. And we'll see. But I think the offense is going to do well, and I have very high expectations.
Yeah, man. Ali, what's your thoughts of the Jets offense and your expectations for them this year and beyond? Because we know, like I said, this offense has a very unique young core right now. And it's exciting. It's giving Jets fans hope, because I feel like the defense has always been what's been keeping us relevant for the past decade. But I feel like this offense, low-key, might be set up better for the future than the defense. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I think with this offense has a chance of being, I feel like, a top 15, top 20 offense. I feel like that as a whole could be possible for sure, because look, the wide receiver core, much big improvement. I'm really excited for this wide receiver core with Corey Davis, Denzel Mims, and see what he showed flashes. We want to see a full season out of Denzel Mims and see what he's got. Then you bring in Elijah Moore, which I'm really, really excited about. Then you got Jamison Crowder still. I mean, this wide receiver core is pretty decent. And they're going to be using all these guys in different ways, like and they did in San Francisco. So, I think the wide receiver core is a major upgrade this offseason. I think that's what they focused on, and they did pretty well on getting these type of guys in the building. But yeah, and then running back, that's a little bit of a question mark, because obviously we in San Francisco, they use like 5 to 6 running backs a game. But that also is because scheme fit and also injury wise, because there was a lot of injuries in San Francisco at the running back position. So I don't know if Tevin Coleman will get a lot of carries, but he's never had a full 16 game slate. But he is effective running back, catching the ball, all this stuff. So we'll see how he plays in the role. He probably will be the starter, but with Michael Carter, because I think Michael Carter is the best running back on this team right now. And he has speed. He could do everything. Then LaMichael Pirine, we'll see what happens with him. A lot of people are speculating he could be a surprise cut for the Jets, because he's just slower than all these other running backs that are on the roster, with Ty Johnson as well. So we'll see if he might be the odd man out. And then the tight end position. I mean, I think all in all, I think Chris Herndon might just keep his job as a starting tight end, but Kenny Yeboah will be involved a lot. I think those two tight ends will be your pass catching tight ends, and they will be out there a lot in a lot of sets together. So overall, I think this offense is going to take a big jump. Offensive line looks improved with Kai Becton, Elijah Vera Tucker, and the rest of the line is it's decent. It's not the best line for a rookie quarterback, but it's much better than we've had in the last couple of years. So I think it all depends on the quarterback. It all depends on how this offense is played. But right now, it does really look promising, especially with the young talent that they have. That they have these guys on contract for years to come. So you don't have to think about paying these guys for a while right now. And you can just focus on building the future right now for the Jets. And I think that's the best thing they could do with that.
Yeah, I agree, man. There's a lot of things to be excited about when it comes to this New York Jets offense. And I feel like there's never been a set piece of foundation that we can get excited about for the Jets offense in a long time. It's always been the defensive side. It's always been the defensive line. Having the greatest cornerback of all time in Revis, having a defensive-minded coach. And, hey, we have a defensive-minded coach in Rob Saleh, but I feel like this offense has potential to be a lot better than we expect, not this season, but for the future, because I don't think you guys realize how young this team is going to be on the offensive side of the ball. And we have to be patient. We have to realize there's going to be a lot of growing pains. Zach Wilson's going to make a lot of rookie mistakes. Elijah Moore, even Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker, they're going to have some miscommunications where they give up a sack and we're scratching our heads. We need to give these guys some time to develop, let them understand that they're building an identity. They're forming a foundation here in New York, and it's not going to happen in one season. I really genuinely feel like that this is the year where the offense will average around between 21 to 23 points per game. That's, I think, a valid point. I don't know where we averaged last year, but I think it was last in the league. And then I feel like this offense next year, 2022, could be averaging 28, 30 points per game. And that's, I know that's a bold take, but that's how insane. And if you look at all the trajectory of this offense that's coming in place with LaFleur and the Shanahan style offense, I watched this great YouTube video that that explained every single time a Shanahan / McVay style of offense was implemented in a team, history repeats itself. And if history repeats itself again for the New York Jets, that's exactly what's going to happen. Year 1, we're going to average 21, 23 points per game. Year 2, we're going to average around 30 points per game. That happened everywhere. With the Falcons, when Shanahan became the offensive coordinator, that's what happened. When Shanahan went to 49ers, that's exactly what happened. When LaFleur was in Tennessee, that's what happened. When he went to the Packers, that's what happened. McVay went to the Rams, that's what happened. When Zach Taylor went to the Cincinnati Bengals, that's what happened. So there's a lot of people getting this same exact offense, and obviously it's not guaranteed, but usually history repeats itself, and this offense has been known to be super, super successful in the league. So that's another big reason. Outside of the talent we have on paper, it's the system that gives me the confidence that we're going to be a really good offense for the future. And Jets fans should be excited because we have a very charismatic, swagger type of quarterback who I think fits the scheme perfectly. He's a backyard type of quarterback in terms of when the play breaks down, that's when he loves to play football. He loves to throw off his back foot. He loves to throw across platform, across the field, 40 yards down the field. He loves doing that. He loves being flashy like Mahomes. I'm not saying he's Mahomes, but Wilson loves improvising. And that's what the system is known to be, getting you on a run, bootleg. So this offense is going to be a lot better than we expect. I feel like there's going to be a couple games this year when it explodes, when everything's clicking on all cylinders, and all of a sudden this offense looks ridiculous. And then the next week we kind of come down to earth and we realize like, oh, wait, maybe we're not where we think we are. So there's a lot of things to be excited about for this offense. So now let's go to the defensive side of the ball. This is kind of interesting because we got Rob Saleh as the head coach, defensive coordinator. He's a former defensive coordinator. Jeff Ulbrich is the DC. We got a lot of things to look forward to on the defense, whether it's the really young secondary, the 2 young rookie linebackers who's going to probably get some time, the defensive line. So, Jack, what's your thoughts of the Jets defense in 2021, and what's your overall expectations? Do you think we're going to get to the quarterback? Is Carl Lawson going to become something we're hopeful that he can do, get to the quarterback consistently? Are we going to be, is the expectations for the defensive line going to live up to it? Are they actually going to be dominant? How's the secondary going to hold? So give your overall thoughts of how this Jets defense is going to be under Saleh in year 1.
Yeah, well, I'd have to say the same thing that I said for the offense. I think that my expectations for this defense are very high. Our defensive line is one of the nastiest in football. And I feel like now that we've added Carl Lawson and other pieces like Sheldon Rankins and Vinny Curry and guys who are known to get after the quarterback, I feel like we'll finally take that next step in terms of getting after the quarterback. We've always been a solid run, a very, very, very solid run defense. But, we've struggled getting to the quarterback. We haven't had a true edge rusher in many, many years. So I feel like Carl Lawson was my favorite signing of free agency for sure. And I think he's going to fit the system super well that Saleh is going to be bringing in. And, I'm excited to see what Jeff Ulbrich is going to bring to the table as well, because Saleh has made it clear that he's going to be the head coach and he's not going to be, calling the defensive plays. He's going to be filling that classic head coach role that we've been, the CEO type that we were talking about months ago. So I think this defense is going to perform very well. I hope. I mean, we got a bunch of interesting guys in the draft as well on day 3. So, I'm very intrigued by Sherwood and Nazrul Dean, and I'm very intrigued to see if Jason Pinnock can, do what he did in college and be a true man-to-man corner, one-on-one on the outside. Guys like Eccles and Michael Carter II just have crazy speed, and I can picture them in the slot and as special teams guys. And I just think that, there's a lot of pieces for Saleh to play with now. And, I'm excited about a guy like Gerard Davis, who seem to be misused in Detroit. So we're gonna see what happens with that. We saw pictures of C.J. Mosley a little while back, and that gets me excited because we haven't seen the guy play football in 2 years. So if he can come back and be as good as he was, then I think we're gonna have a really, really great defense if we can get this cornerback situation figured out by the end of camp, and if one guy emerges either from the draft class or somebody that we already have on the roster from last year. If somebody emerges as a true outside corner, because I think Bryce Hall is definitely going to have the job, and then we'll see about a veteran, but I don't know about that at this point. But we'll see. So I'm really eager to see who comes out of camp as a solidified one-on-one outside cornerback for the Jets. But other than that, I think that our defense is going to be really exciting, man. I'm very excited for Nasruddin in particular. I feel like he's going to be – you could put him at free safety. You could put him in the box. You could put him out wide on the edge and have him get after the quarterback. I think that he's going to be a very good piece for Saleh to play with. And I'm excited for the defense. Once again, very high expectations.
Ali, what's your thoughts of the defense as a whole? And what's your expectations going into the first year under Rob Saleh and Ulbrich?
I mean, Robert Saleh said we love competition. That's what he said in his press conference, and that's what you're getting at every single position. Maybe not the defensive line, but a cornerback position, especially the safety, the secondary. The secondary needs help for sure after what we saw the last 2 years. And there's going to be open competition. Every guy is going to try whatever they can to win that starting job. And you got rookies, young guys competing each other. That's why there's guys at OTAs. 80 guys showed up to OTAs. So, the competition's real. Every rep is important. And that's how you build a good football team. You got to find the guys who are ready to work their ass off. And, that's what they got in New York. I mean, first of all, the defensive lines, it's going to be crazy good. You got Quinnen Williams coming back. Carl Lawson, you added him. He was 2 years ago. He was probably the best pass rusher statistics-wise in the league. Then you add Vinny Curry, Bryce Huff, who had a pretty good season last year. Jabari Zuniga is still a question mark, and a lot of people have high expectations on him. Nathan Shepard is not talked enough on he could be decent. Then Jonathan Marshall as well. So all these guys are going to be competing for playing time. There's so much competition, even where the Jets are really good depth-wise in, the defensive line. There's going to be a lot of guys fighting for spots. At the linebacker position with C.J. Mosley, the other spots are also beside him are open. There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of competitions on defense and offense. And that's what I feel like Robert Saleh wanted, because there's so many pieces he can move around with these guys because they're so young. You can place them wherever you want them. So he's going to place these guys where they've never played before possibly and see if that works. He's going to play around with it. And with all these guys showing up to OTAs, all this stuff, it's going to help him start early before even training camp starts, so he can figure out when training comes around where these guys should be playing next season. So, I mean, the Jets they should have a lot of guys on the field that we drafted or in our young rookies, and that's what the Jets needed to do. The foundation is there for the New York Jets. On the defensive side, you got a defensive-minded coach. This defense is going to be really good. And that's why people are excited about this team, because this defense could take a big jump from last year. And they weren't even that bad last year on defense. I think they were 20, even with a miserable season and not a great defense. So, you get some veteran guys, you got some young guys. It's a good mix on both ends of the ball. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys are also going to be special teams guys. So this defense overall, I feel like they're going to come with passion. The competition is so important in this league, and that's what the Jets have finally. Competition. Guys will be competing for positions, for the starting job, and that's what we needed. It's going to be a fun offseason just to figure out who is going to be the cornerback 1, who's going to be the cornerback 2, who's going to be beside C.J. Mosley next season. These are the questions that are going to be answered throughout the next few months. But, it's an exciting time for the Jets fans. It's a young team, like the Knicks. They're young, they're talented, and they surprised everyone. So a lot of these teams are doing that nowadays, and that's a trend going on. Robert Salah is going to have so much fun with these guys. I'm excited for this defense for sure.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of things to be excited about on both sides of the ball, and it comes down to the coaching staff at the end of the day. We're going to open this up to the Jets Q&A, so if you guys want to send us any questions, feel free to do so. First question I see from PCAP, does the Jets tight end situation make you feel confident going forward? This is one position group where I don't have really any confidence in without me becoming, hopeful. So that's really where I stand. Jack, how about you?
Yeah, I agree. Chris Herndon, Kenny Yeboah. We're hoping Chris Herndon can bounce back, but we've said that for the last couple of years now. So let's see if the Adam Gase effect is real, like it was for Mike Gesicki. So, Chris Herndon, who knows? Kenny Yeboah, we're very hopeful for him, but again, he hasn't proved anything yet. So we'll see. Definitely the position that's the biggest question mark on the offense for me right now.
How about you, Ali? What's your thoughts of the tight end situation?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Chris Herndon will be the tight end one. Kenny Yeboah, I think right now everyone's overhyping him a little bit. We just don't know. We haven't seen him on the field yet. We just know he's still undrafted guy, so we don't know anything about him yet. We haven't seen him on the field. We haven't seen him in preseason yet, so it's way too early for him. I think Chris Herndon, in some of the pictures, he looked like he added like 20 pounds, I think. Like, if you look at him closely, I think he added a lot more weight to him. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, every year we're confident that Chris Herndon's going to have a great bounce back year and all this stuff. So, the Jets tight end group, I am not confident at all. But we have to find that tight end for our quarterback. We'll see if Chris Herndon can somehow, change our minds.
I hope, man. That's a big pivotal position when it comes to the Jets in the system. But I feel like this system is one of those offenses where players like Herndon will benefit from it the most. So we'll see. This is a good question. Record prediction from Elliot. I wish we could all answer this question and get it right. But what we're going to do, we're going to go look at the schedule. We're going to go game by game. We're going to go that. We're all going to pick.
All
right.
How about that, boys? All right, so we're going to go game by game and pick the schedule. Hold on, I'm going to share. Should I share the schedule on the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, I should. Hold on 1 second.
Yo, Zachary. Yes, I did. I got my yearly haircut yesterday. Now I'll probably just let it rock until September or October. And yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. Where am I going here? Oh, here we go. All right. So here's the schedule. So game 1 is against the Panthers. This is one of those games where I'm like, oh my God, win it. Like Sam Darnold is playing, man. So Jack, win or loss?
It's got to be a... I don't know.
All right, Lee.
It's got to be a loss just because the football gods are just going to do that to us, Like it's going to have to it's going to have to be that way just cuz we're the Jets and like that's how it goes and
How about you, Ali?
I'll just say what we're all thinking because the football gods will do that to us. They'll say, "Oh yeah, you want to get rid of Sam and draft Zach Wilson? Word, week 1." Sam's gonna light you guys up, but we'll see. We'll see. That's just what my gut tells me, man. How awful would that be? That would be the worst.
My gut does tell me that.
We're gonna win. I just gotta manifest a win.
Every Jets fan, in the back of their mind, whether they'll admit it or not, are terrified that Sam's gonna light us up. Whether you think he's a terrible quarterback or you think he has potential, you're scared of that fact of the reality that there's a chance that Sam could actually play well and beat the New York Jets. Oh my God, That would be terrible. So, Ali, what's your thoughts of game 1 against Carolina?
I think it's 50-50 right now. I
so
think it's a loss. I think it's 50-50, but a loss. It could be a toss-up for sure. I just think the Jets we just don't know what to expect from this offense. This defense, we have absolutely no idea how they're going to play week one. Literally, there's literally rookies everywhere, even in the coaching staff. So, I mean, it's just a question mark. But I feel like Matt Rule, Joe Brady, I think these two guys are going to work with Sam, and they got talent around there. They got Christian McCaffrey healthy as well. And they're in Carolina on opening day. It's going to be loud. It's going to be hard for a rookie quarterback to go in and win a football game in Carolina, especially all the hype they have. They have a new quarterback. They have potential of taking the division or whatever with Drew Brees retiring. They're going to have a lot of, a little hype. Obviously not Tampa. They're not going to be Tampa, but they have the hype there. I just don't know if Zach Wilson can go in. Maybe he can, but right now I think that's a loss. I really do.
Damn, Ali. So Ali predicts a loss. Jack predicts a loss. So even if I pick a win, the majority goes to you guys. So 0-1. All right. So next game is the game that Jack and I will be in attendance.
Dub,
hopefully
because we'll be there. Dub.
Yeah,
That's a win.
1-1.
that's a win, baby. We're back home. First home opener. We're getting the dub. 1-1 on the season. And then we go to versus the Denver Broncos.
Now, the Broncos are going to have a scary defense this year. They get Von Miller back. They drafted Surtain. Their entire secondary is pretty much dirty. Is our offense going to be churning by week 3 though?
I think this is going to be a win.
It's a win.
Yeah. So we're 2-1. We're bouncing back after that heartbreak loss week 1. And then we're going up against the Titans at home.
That's a loss.
Yeah. I mean, it's a winnable game, but
It's a loss.
that's our defensive line going up against Derrick Henry. Who's winning that battle?
I don't know, man. Derrick Henry's been shut down before.
And which cornerback is going to go after AJ Brown?
Which cornerback's going up against Corey Davis?
Whatever cornerback I don't know their cornerbacks.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, we're trying to make this realistic. So I'm going to give that a loss. So we're 2-2. And then the Falcons on prime. Oh, no, that's the London game.
We're winning in London,
That's
man.
W. That's W. That's we're beating the Falcons.
If we make the trip overseas and don't get that W, we're winning. 3-2.
All right. 3-2. And then again against the Patriots, I might have in Foxborough. I think I'm going to give this to New England. I don't think we're going to sweep them.
Loss. Yeah, loss.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
That's coming off a bye week as well.
Coming off a bye.
If we can sweep the freaking Patriots, I'll be ecstatic. That's a W for Robert Saleh of the season, bro.
Okay, so what's our record? 3-3?
Yeah.
3-3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Home against the Cincinnati Bengals, that's a win. 4-3. Win against the Colts, 5-3. Home against the Bills, we're going on a 3-game winning streak. 6-3. Yeah, that's right. Where's Bills Nation at? Where's Bills Mafia? Let me hear it. 6-3, and then we're beating the Miami Dolphins. 4-game winning streak. 7-3. And then we're gonna lose to the Texans somehow.
Nah, we have to beat the Texans. So you're gonna make us 8-3?
I don't know. Now I'm getting a little ahead of myself.
Yes,
Fuck it.
you are.
Schedule's low key not bad. That's what I'm realizing. Well, the Colts game is on primetime, Monday Night Football, or Thursday Night Football.
We've been the Colts on primetime so much that I feel like that's another win for us. So that we're being Colts all the time in primetime.
Yeah, we got wrecked from the Colts last year.
But that was in primetime.
Was not
We did have Braxton Berrios get a touchdown though.
because of Sam.
Yeah, I remember that play.
We also had a Sam red zone pick and 2 other picks. But all right, let's backtrack a little bit. What was our record going into the Colts game?
Wasn't it 3-3?
I'm so bad at this. I always do this. All right. L, win, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3.
4-3.
All right. So we're 4-3 going into prime time. We're prepared. It's going to be an overtime loss, 4-4. And then we're going to beat the Buffalo Bills at home. and we're gonna beat the Miami Dolphins at home. Back-to-back divisional home games.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. I don't care. Don't worry.
beat the-
We're gonna give the Dolphins and the Bills the other wins. We're just gonna go 3-3 in the division. So that's 6-4.
6-4.
We beat the
It's gotta
Texans.
We beat
gotta
the
be
Texans.
7-4.
7-4. We're beating the Eagles for the first time ever.
I don't know.
That's my go-to. That Eagles, we're gonna beat the freaking Eagles, man. If we're healthy, I said that before, but we were not healthy under Adam Gase when we played them, and we got crushed that game. That was a terrible football game, by the way. If we're healthy, we beat the Eagles this year. Book it.
All right. So we're gonna beat the Eagles. So what's their record? 8-4.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose to the Saints. 8-5. We're gonna lose to the Dolphins. 8-6. We're gonna beat the Jaguars. 9-6. We're gonna.
I would
lose.
love to beat Trevor Lawrence.
We're gonna
beat
lose
Trevor
to
Lawrence.
the Bucks. 8-8, and then we're gonna lose to the Bills. 8-9. All right.
No, I think you had it as 9-8.
All right. 9-8.
9-8 or 8-9. There it is.
If we can go either 8-9 or 9-8,
That's a win.
that's a win, man. If we can get anything over 7 wins, even 7-10, I'll be content with, you know.
No.
But
Yeah.
listen, guys, it's hard to predict these. It's really hard. Obviously, it's not going to be easy to beat Buffalo. Very good chance that they, sweep the series against us because they are just, a very good football team, unfortunately. But other than that, we'll see what happens. Before we finish up the stream, any other questions, feel free to send it over. Guys, please, I need your guys' support in the AFC East Roundtable because every single week in the AFC East Roundtable, there's way more Dolphins fans, way more Bills fans than Jets fans. And I'm sitting there like, where are the Jet emojis at? All I see is Dolphins emojis and Buffalo emojis. I need my Jets Nation in the chat representing our beloved New York Jets. We need you. Everybody make sure you go to Dan Mitchell's channel at 9 o'clock and you represent the New York Jets in the chat because I go crazy. I defend our squad. I make bold takes, and then everyone roasts me. Dolphins fans think I'm delusional, and all these guys think I'm delusional. But hey, I'm a realistic Jets fan. So please, guys, represent the Jets tonight at 9 on Dan Mitchell's channel. Let's go. All right, guys, send over any other questions to us. Let's hear it. We just gave up our record predictions, which was what? 9-8, 8-9.
Yeah.
If they can get from if they can get from 6 to 9 wins in between that, I think that's a win for the season. And Zach Wilson plays the full season. I think that's a win. I think that's just a win there. You're not gonna. I don't expect this team to go playoffs and make a big run or whatever. If they can just show progress and show fight in every game, I think that's what it's at right now. I don't really care other than that right now because I feel like chemistry is more important. Rookie head coach. It's gonna be interesting to see. He can't turn that quickly, or maybe he can. But the realistic is 6 wins will be okay. It still would be complaining time. But if they can get 7 to 9 wins, that's perfect.
Solid.
You know what I don't want to see this year? I want to finally see us win the games we're supposed to win. I remember being sick to my stomach. I think it was 2 seasons ago where we gave the 0-12 Bengals their first win of the season. And that was the year we ended up finishing 7-9. So, if we beat the freaking 0-12 Bengals and went 500 that year, it would have been, a nicer feeling. So I would just like to see the Jets stay competitive in the games that we know are going to be tough and freaking win the games that we should be winning. I don't think that's too much to ask. I know we have a lot of rookies that are going to be out there in crucial roles, but Salah's supposed to be the goods, man. So if he can come in here and turn it around, which it looks like he's already going to, we should never be dropping games like that again, because that's the most frustrating thing to see is losing games that we're supposed to win. So that's just a little. I
love that. You bring up a very good point, and we got a funny donation from one of my best supporters, V-Man. Remind the Finns fans that they had the longest playoff win drought in the division, and their mascot is a perv. So you heard it here, guys. All my Dolphins subscribers, you go after V-Man because he's calling you guys out. V-Man, I love you, bro. I really do. I appreciate your support as always. I appreciate the donation. And yeah, the Dolphins do have the longest division route. So even though the Jets have the longest playoff drought in the NFL, but that's okay, right? That's fine. We don't have to hear about that. Fins Doc, you have a young team going to fourth quarter with a chance. A win is a win. Very true. We got any other questions in the chat you guys want to ask our way before we finish it up? And you guys going to the home opener? Yes, Anthony. Me and Jack.
It's going to be lit, man. It's going to be lit.
Stadium.
It's going to be lit. We're going to go there the night before, get a hotel room across the street so we don't have to wake up mad early and drive there the day of the game. It's going to be lit. We're going to be partying in the parking lot, responsibly, of course. And it's going to be a good-ass time. So if any of you guys are going to the home opener, let us know.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a day, man.
My plan for the game is, like Jack said, we're going to go to the hotel beforehand, and I want to tailgate, and I want to bring all my equipment, and I want to live stream it. So for anybody that's not at the game, you guys can tune in and experience a tailgate virtually before we head into the stadium. I'm not too sure how I'm going to pull that off. I'm going to have to get like a Wi-Fi virtual something, portable Wi-Fi router, but I think I can figure that out. So you guys can, go crazy. And if you guys are at the game, you guys can pull up. I'll let you guys know where I'm at in the parking lot. I know there's going to be a lot of different tailgating parties. I know Gotham Crew has a crazy one every year, every game, and there's a lot of awesome tailgating experiences. But I kind of want to like I'm not going to make a tailgate experience that way. I just want to live stream it and bring some people that are not able to go to the game, the tailgating experience. And surprisingly enough, I don't really have a lot of experience tailgating because whenever I go to the games, me and Jack are 2.5 hours away. We live on Long Island. So tailgating is rough going to Jets games for us. So that's why we're going to make sure we're getting a hotel. And Knicks games you can't tailgate for. Mets games I've tailgated for a little bit, but there's nothing like tailgating at an NFL game. So if you guys are going to the game, make sure you pull up. We want to meet you guys. Fins Doc says, consider us reminded. Love the channel and content. Thanks, brother. V-Man definitely reminded you. I appreciate the support, Fins Doc. I appreciate all my AFC East roundtable supporters on this stream. It really does mean a lot. Logan is another loyal Jets media fan, even though he represents Miami, and he thinks the Knicks will win in 6.
Let's go, baby.
I really hope so, Logan, because thinking about the Knicks makes me so nervous. Because I don't really want to talk about the Knicks real quick, but I'm going to have to because you brought it up. I kind of wish the Knicks were the underdog in the series, but we're not. We should win the series. So if we lose the series, it's such a big deal, and I'm going to want to throw up and cry my eyes out. And you guys won't see any videos on Jets Media for 2 months straight if the Knicks lose to the Hawks in the first round. I'm just kidding. But John with the donation, any given Sunday, if we're competitive and we go on a roll in November, December, we go 10-7. I love the optimism, John. That's awesome. What do you think about that, Jack, going 10-7?
10-7 would be amazing, man. I think 10-7 would mean that we stayed relatively healthy throughout the year, which is a big thing. That's, one thing that I'm always worried about in the back of my mind is, unfortunately, it's just a part of the game. So I'm always thinking, all right, who's going to go down this year? Who's going to miss time? Blake Cashman was a guy that I was very excited to see what he can do last year. And then he goes down in the first game and we don't see him at all for the rest of the year. So, it's tough. But I think that 10-7, man, that would mean that we stayed healthy. That would mean that we're winning the games that we're supposed to win, like I said before. And it means that someone in the division is getting swept. So who is that going to be? We will find out. But 10-7,
I think that's the biggest X factor of the season is the division opponent, because everybody in the division has a very similar schedule. They're all easy. We all have easy schedules this year. Unlike last year, it was impossible. So the only way we're gonna be 10-7, like you said, Jack, we need to win the divisional games. We need to at least win 3 of the 6. Whether we get swept from Buffalo and then we sweep the Patriots somehow, I don't know how we'll do that, but I don't know. We'll see. Ali, what's your thoughts on any given Sunday? If we're competitive, we can go on a roll and go 10-7.
I mean, it's possible. I feel like we've seen stuff like that. I mean, we had Todd Bowles and we were almost made those playoffs in his first year. So, anything's possible when we see this team. It's just we can't predict that after you have 2 wins last year, the bottom of the league, and you're terrible at every single statistic wise. So you can't make that prediction. Obviously, it can happen, but it's not likely. It's not likely, but it is possible. We just don't know what the team is going to be like. You just can't say anything because we haven't seen this team on the field. We haven't even seen preseason games yet, and what this offense can bring. We still got a rookie quarterback. We got a rookie head coach. We got a rookie offensive coordinator. So there's a lot of rookies on this team right now in every single position. So it's just hard to say that this team can turn into a 10-7 team. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be rough to get there, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, man. I know not everybody in here are Knicks fans, but if I told you before the season the Knicks are going to go 41-31 and become 4th in the East, everyone will think I'm delusional and think I am out of my mind. So, hey, you never know what can happen. That's the greatest thing about sports. 10-7, anything is possible. So, guys, we're going to wrap up the stream here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. And, John, I appreciate the donation as always. Make sure you smash that like button. And, guys, I just pinned the link to the AFC East Roundtable. I'll be live for a whole nother hour on Dan Mitchell's channel representing the Jets and the Bills and the Miami Dolphins. I don't even know if there's Master at Work's going to be there. But we're taking callers. So if you guys want to call in and, talk some crap and represent the Jets, go click on that link right now. Hit the like button for Dan, and I will be there starting in literally 5 minutes. So please hit that little link button on the top of the chat and wait for me. If you guys are not doing anything, you want to stick around and represent Jets Nation in the chat, it would mean a lot to me because I noticed that Jets fans slack in the AFC East Roundtable, and it makes me upset because we're coming. The Knicks are here, and the Jets need to be right behind them. So before we end the stream, Jack, Ali, anything you guys want to say?
Yeah, great stream. Appreciate it as always. Shout out to Ali and his family. All pulling for you guys, man. And yeah, let's go Jets. Couldn't be any more excited for the season to start. We'll see you guys at MetLife week 2. And yeah, man, it's gonna be lit. Let's get it.
How about you, Ali?
Yeah, man, it was a good stream. It was good to be back on live. I missed it. I've been all over the place this week, so I was able to sit down finally and just chill and just talk about sports, which is awesome. I got the Lakers up next in an hour, so I'm anxious right now. I'm getting shivering a little bit because of Curry a little bit, but I really, really do appreciate the support that everyone has given me. I really, really do. Especially you, Jack and Richie. I know you guys texted me a lot throughout the week, and so check up on me. So that I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, I appreciate everyone DMing me. I appreciate everyone tweeting stuff out for me. It means a lot. It means a lot to my family, and it's not going unnoticed at all. I've checked every DM. I haven't responded to every DM, but I've seen every DM, and I appreciate everything. So, thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys stay tuned and send your love over to Lee and his family, and make sure you, think about them because they're going through a tough time right now. We definitely want to make sure everybody in the Jets community, we're like family. Am I right? Love you all.
100%.
Jack, Ali, I love you guys, and stay tuned
Love you
for
too,
more
buddy.
Jets content. It was a fun time. Make sure you hit that link on the top of the chat, and I'll be live over there in literally a couple minutes. So peace out, everybody, and let's go Jets.
See you guys.
Peace.